So always in there. I don't think we talked about the 45-day extension, but about collections and then authorized users, all that kind of stuff. We talk about it all week. The annualcreditreport.com, absolutely been talking about it all week. So make sure you go and do that. So last thing I want to tell you guys before I get out of here, and actually this is the last thing, and this is something to caution and just watch and see. Before I do that, let me get these shout outs right quick. Miles King, that's my little cousin, my little big cousin, because the boy's huge. He celebrates his birthday. Happy birthday to Miles. Akili Hobson, she celebrates her birthday. I think it's today. Happy birthday, Akili. Speaking of today, Andre Collins, my Sands, he celebrates his birthday today. Charles Madewell celebrated his birthday the other day on the 23rd. Also my Sands, Cap Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So Charles celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday, Charles Madewell. Dennis Johnson, DJ, my old college roommate and my frat brother, DJ, he celebrates his birthday coming up this week. Alexis Taylor, she celebrates her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Alexis Taylor King. That's also my cousin, you guys. I told you got a lot of relatives, right? Taylor King celebrates her birthday on the 28th, so happy birthday to you, cuz. And Dante Denson Jr. will be celebrating his birthday on Wednesday. That is my great nephew, Dante Denson Jr. Happy birthday, young man. All right, the last thing I want to tell you guys. So, disturbing news to me, as far as I'm concerned. Disturbing news. Chase. Yes, Chase, and I'm calling you out. I'm gonna call you out, Chase. So Chase announced that now, if you want to buy a home with them, using them, you're going to need, and this is all in response, supposedly, to the coronavirus and COVID-19 and all of the unemployment and whatnot that's going on, businesses shutting down. Chase announced, if you want to buy a home using them, you need a 700 credit score, and you must put 20% down. Y'all heard me. You need a 700 and you must put 20% down. Now think about that for a minute. Just think about it for a minute. A 700 is in the good category, right? So 700 to 749 is good. Under 700, yeah, fair. 700 to 749 is good. 750 and above is excellent, right? So you got to be right before the excellent category to even be considered and get approved for a mortgage with Chase. That's one thing. But then I'm more concerned about the 20% down part. The whole reason that we have the ability to put down no money down, sometimes 3.5% down to 5% down, is because the cost of homes today and the prohibitive nature of having to come up with 20% down. So if you're not very good with numbers and 20% doesn't translate in your head the way it does for me, just think on a $100,000 home, and I think the average home price in America is a little over $220,000, a little over $220,000, right? But a $100,000 home, you need $20,000. You need $20,000 for every $100,000 home, every $100,000 that your home might cost. So if you got a $200,000 home, that means you need $40,000 to put down in addition to your 700 credit score to be able to buy a home and let Chase do the financing for you. So you guys think about that. Think about that. Let that sit in your spirit, how that works and how that would work for you and your family. Now, I'm not saying that Chase is not being a good corporate citizen and all this other stuff. Not directly saying it, but that is not necessarily good for the masses. Not necessarily good for the masses. If you had $40,000 sitting in the bank for you to be able to close on a home, most likely and typically in most areas, you're probably not buying a $200,000 home. You're probably buying a $400,000 home or a $500,000 home if you've got 40 G's sitting around waiting to put down on your home. So it's a little hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Good news. Here's the good news. It's just Chase. It's just Chase. So far. So will they lead other banks into the same, realm of whatever? I seriously doubt it. Some others might, maybe all the big banks do it. Maybe all the big banks do it. But here's the thing. There are thousands and thousands of banks out there and thousands of mortgage companies, thousands of mortgage brokers out there. And this is the route that Chase wants to take, then just so be it. If it's Chase and, if you pick up a couple more people that do the same thing, don't worry about it. It's a lot of people out there, a lot of places that are willing to stay where we are. Let you put 0% down. Let you do 3.5% down. Let you do 5% down, and you'll be perfectly fine. But you want to get that credit score up as high as you can anyway, because it's gonna be better for you. It's gonna be better for your interest rate, right? So make sure you do that for sure. And I think that was the last thing, but I lied. So here's another thing that we need to caution and look out for too. So here's another thing. Watch, and especially since you're able to get your credit report at www.annualcreditreport.com, watch for and check out your mail. Watch for your creditors, your credit card people. So watch for them sending you notifications that says they are lowering your credit limits. So in response to COVID-19, some companies, Synchrony Bank is one. Some of you may not know who Synchrony Bank is, but Synchrony Bank is big. Like Synchrony Bank is not just a banking like Chase and Bank of America that and you have a brick and mortar place that you go to. But Synchrony Bank does a lot of financing. They finance vehicles. They do cards for different stores. So like a JCPenney or a Target. I'm not sure they do Target, but JCPenney they definitely do. They do like Discount Tire and places like that. Synchrony Bank is the people behind that. So you don't go get a Best Buy card. Best Buy doesn't have a bank. A bank is the person behind them. It's behind them, and they run all the money portion of that, right? And they make a deal basically with Best Buy, and that's how other places do as well. So be on the lookout for places lowering your limit. They might lower your limit for whatever reason, for this whole COVID-19 is going on. And so if that happens, it's negative for you if they lower your limit. You might think it's a positive if you're a spender, but if you've been listening to the show and you're trying to get your credit together and you know about the credit utilization, when they lower your limit, your credit utilization goes up. Again, when they lower your limit, your credit utilization goes up. When your credit utilization goes up, your credit score goes down. So you can see a direct correlation with your credit limits coming down. So will your credit scores come down because your credit utilization is going up. And if you've been working really hard and you done got to 28% and you're celebrating because you had 28%, and now somebody drops your credit limit $500 or $1,000, and now your credit utilization goes up to 31%, your credit score is going to go down. It's going to go down. So be on the lookout for these things. Contact them if they say they're doing it. Contact them if you're still working. Tell them, hey, I'm still working. Don't be messing with my credit limits. Nothing wrong with my credit limits. I'm paying y'all every month. Contact them, see what's happening, see what's going on. So I had to tell you that. I would have beat myself up so much over the whole next week if I wouldn't have told you guys that. So be on the lookout for that as well. Hey, we got to get out here. I held you over today. Oh, Dorian, new listener to the show. Went back and listened to some old things. Went back and listened to some old shows. And Dorian asked me, I think Dorian texted me. So 312-600-5855. And asked me what happened to the credit score KISS. And frankly, I told Dorian, hey man, I don't have that much homework for you to give you guys. 138, 139 shows. I don't have a whole bunch of homework to give you every week. So that's what happened to the credit score KISS. So the credit score KISS, if you don't remember, you haven't gone back and listened to the early shows, KISS stands for Keep It Smart and Simple. And basically it was homework for you to do until we met again, right? So that's what the credit score kiss. So we're going to do a credit score kiss in honor of Dorian from North Carolina. So the credit score kiss, to keep it smart and simple, this week I want you to go to www.annualcreditreport.com www.annualcreditreport.com and get your Experian. Get your Experian report. If you don't get anything else, get your Experian report, because they are not on Credit Sesame or Credit Karma or several others. So get your Experian credit report. Save it to a PDF file, like I told you. Save it to a PDF file. Get that credit report and take a look at it. So, Dorian, thank you for reminding me about the credit score kiss. I appreciate that. Thanks for listening to the show. All right, guys, before I get out of here, you know how I got to do it. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.